Hi, stamping friends. It's Marilyn here at Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you for my Thursday night Facebook Live. I'd like to welcome you if you've never joined me before, or if you have joined me before, I welcome you back. So I enjoy getting together for these crafting sessions and sharing a bit of my knowledge from what I've learned over the years for crafting. So welcome, welcome. Please come on, say hi. A lot of you know each other from watching my previous Facebook Lives or from watching other people's. I see your names various places, so it's good that you enjoy doing this kind of thing. So say hi to each other and hi to me. Let me know where you're watching from. Hello, Linda. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Just beginning to wonder if I was in the right place even, so thank you for doing that. So today in Spruce Grove we had a terrible, terrible strong wind blowing, and I did go out for a couple. I had to go to the post office and get some of those long distance cards mailed away, and it was not nice out there, so I'm glad I didn't have to go very far. So hopefully we will not get snow and blowing winds at the same time, because that would not make our roads very nice at all. So I'm glad you're here. We are in December, as you're aware, and I'm going to have Christmas questions for you for the next few weeks, just because to me December is Christmas, isn't it? So while you're watching and waiting for me to turn my camera down to my desk, I would like to know, if you do your shopping, do you do your wrapping immediately when you get it home? Or do you do kind of like me, like I have a pile over there that I will keep collecting as I buy things and then do the wrapping all at once? So I think that's a good question for everybody. So let me know that, and I'm going to turn you down to my desk, and we are going to show you some things that are happening with Stampin' Up, as well as I'm going to show you a card that I've got designed. So hang on while I show you the other side of my room. And like I say, keep chatting amongst yourselves and let me know what you do with your gift wrapping. So looks like you can see my screen. And thank you, Linda. I see your comment in there already, so that's exactly what I'm looking for. Please do that, and I'll see if I can catch what's happening over here. So, how was your day? Have you been doing Christmassy things? I know. Hello, Yvonne. Welcome. Good to see you. So, I have my current host code, as you're aware. If you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and would like anything, let me know. We have recently, this week, been introduced to a clearance rack refresh with Stampin' Up. So when you're shopping online, there is a spot that says clearance rack, and you can go there and find lots of things at discounted prices that maybe you thought you couldn't get yet. Not some of the things like blades for the older Stampin' Up paper trimmer are not in there. But there are some great deals on ribbons and embellishments and some paper and some ribbon for sure. So just bring that to your attention. Also, the last chance sale is happening, and as always, it is only while supplies last. Some of the items up to 50%, so I'm going to share a few of those things with you tonight just to bring your attention to them. I was watching another demonstrator's video today and had forgot this, but she reminded everybody that be sure and look at the prices, because some of the dies are up to 50% off. And if that's the case, you're better off to buy the stamp set and the dies separately than buy them as a bundle, because you're saving more money. So just be aware of that. There is a list, and of course it's quite small, as you can see on here. There's also a list of carryover items, which means they will still be available until the next annual catalog, or some of them will be brought back. The ones I've got highlighted in yellow are going to be brought back next holiday season. So lots of things to keep track of there. But I'm going to show you some of the sets I have that are being retired, because I physically have them. The Merry Snowflakes on page 13, and the dies that go with it. And I'm sorry, I don't remember how those are priced or what's happening there, but they are on sale. This set, which I love and I haven't used enough, I did this card recently for a class, and I just love the simplicity of it and how you can do as little or as much as you want. These are the stamps and the dies. So you can see you can stamp and then die cut. So you have that and the dies, because I used this one in tonight's card is why they were separately there. So unfortunately that one is going by the wayside. This one is a great word set stamp you find on page 41. It was in the catalog last year and was brought back. Used this Merry Christmas. This fits great in a circle. Another great stamp set, Welcoming Woods, which is a new one that I've also used. Hello, Karen. Good to see you. Used for lots of different seasons, not just Christmas. And most recently, the Giving Gifts dies, and I don't have a card right handy that was made with that, but I'll just show you the dies. These are the ones that cut out Santa and the reindeer, the snowflakes. We did a little lantern gift box with that in a class recently. So some great deals. And I'll just flip through the catalog and show you some of the discounted items, because I've gone through mine, and I don't know how you do your catalogs, but I like to go through and highlight. Orange for me is retiring. Yellow is what I have, and it's really sad when I go through them and I find I've got a yellow one highlighted and it's already being retired and I haven't used it. So that's kind of where I came up with this Reflections in Nature that I'm doing tonight. This snowman set, the dies are 45 down to 36. This has ribbon and a stamp set that are discounted, and that's, I do go through and write the dollars on them. The Jolly Felt is discounted. The red and green foil, that was brought back from last year as well, but it's now on sale. The gold vellum and the blackberry ephemera. The adhesive stars. The star-crossed embossing folder. So if any of these are on your list, I haven't looked to see if any of them have sold out yet, but there's some great deals. Like here are more dies that are discounted. And this one for sure is one of the ones that is on sale half price. So it's cheaper if you buy it separately than in a bundle. So any questions on any of those or whatever, just give me a holler. I will certainly help you out if I can. And to show you, I can only show you the covers, but here are our new catalogs. They are amazing, amazing. I was lucky enough to go to On Stage and order some of the product in the product premiere. So I got my new catalogs a little before even other demonstrators. So we have a Sale-A-Bration that's from January 4th to February 28th, and that is the one where you get free items for $60 or $120. And we have a new mini, which you can see is definitely spring-like things happening there. So can hardly wait. I have ordered new catalogs to go out to my customers who purchased from me in the last year. And I've also ordered some to have on hand. So if you need any, just let me know. So let's get started. Is there any, I haven't been looking, any questions, concerns? Hello, everybody. Stacy, Catherine, good to see you. Doreen, thank you for joining me. And as always, please comment. If I don't answer or see your question or your comment, I will certainly look at them all later. And I know a number of you are demonstrators, so if there's any questions asked that you can answer for me, I don't mind at all. So this is the set I'm going to use tonight, Reflected in Nature, and it's one stamp that does the reflection. And when I first saw it in the catalog, I thought, oh, that is so neat. I need to have that. And like I said, I haven't used it yet. So tonight is the night. It has, I'm using, each day is an adventure for the outside. And then I'm going to use May Your Journey take you to many new and exciting places on the inside. And it's a little cabin, reminds me of a river, a cabin, camping. So that's the set. And in order to stamp with that stamp, I prefer to use the Stamparatus, because if it doesn't stamp dark enough to begin with, I can stamp it again and not have to worry about it being out of line. So I put a stamp case behind, which is about the same height as my Stamparatus. And I am going to stamp on a piece of cardstock that I have ready, cut at 3.5 by 3.5. And I have marked my Stamparatus so I know where I had the stamp lined up, which is what I tend to do. I don't know if there's anything else that the rest of you have discovered is neat. My stamp pad looks like it has a hole in it for some reason. But anyway, sorry to be distracted. Smoky slate. So I'm going to... Do you want to see the card? While I'm bouncing it. Hello, Chris, who's going to have that hubby home soon from being retired. Good for you. You're going to have a great time. I know that. There, that is not over far enough. How did that happen? Well, it's going to have to be now. Or I can turn it over. As you know, paper has two sides. We can always turn it over and stamp on the other side. Yeah, that's not going to make me happy. Oh, look at, I know what it is. My paper slipped over. Okay. I guess, lesson learned, that I should have checked that before I actually stamped it. And like I say, sorry for bouncing the camera up and down. I'll try and hold it still maybe. Guess maybe that helped. That's better. So even though I marked on my paper as to where I wanted that stamped, I didn't have it in the right place. So to me, that's like, it is reflection, but it's still not, quit moving it, not as dark as I'd like, and perhaps my ink pad isn't quite as inked as it should be. So I will stamp it again and hope it, and if not, we have a paper trimmer and more paper. There. So that will work for what I need. I should show you, I did ask you, but I didn't look at the answer if you wanted to see the card. I'm going to show you anyway. This is the card I designed. Well, I didn't really design it. I copied it from Stamping with Lori. And I really liked it. I don't know exactly her measurements or anything. I just kind of looked at it and thought, okay, I'm going to do this. She had a different paper behind it, designer paper, which I will on this one. And I liked the pop of red that she had in the center. So I'm going to do that, and I was going to do it with my marker because this is classic ink. It's not Memento, but my real red marker does not work anymore. So I will just quickly go around to give it a bit of color and make it like that other card. And it looks really Christmassy, doesn't it? And then I use the darker on that. And because we have two shades of red, I did use the lighter on the reflective part and try to, okay, I'm coloring upside down, guys. But you get the idea of what I am doing. Did you ever have to do that? Look in a mirror and try and color the reflective side and whatever. So anyway, that will be our piece that's going to get mounted on there. What Lori, this stamp with Lori had done was she did rough the edges. That's not really my idea of a good time, so I did not. So I'm going to take this plate out and put in this one that I have for my words and try to make sure I can line that one up properly. And see, Karen, you love that. Good. Glad. So my question for those of you who are joining later is, when you get your gifts purchased for Christmas, do you wrap them when you get them right away, or do you wrap them right away when you get them? Use the right language. Or do you save them in a pile and wrap them all at once? In our house, I usually wrap them all at once. But it changes back and forth each year. So again, using the Stamparatus, you can line things up fairly well. So I'm going to just set that over there. And we can go ahead and put our card together. Oh, another thing I stamped was the inside greeting. So I have my mat and try to stamp it right side up. And I did that with the red as well. Like I say, when I saw this card, I just thought, oh, that is so pretty with the Christmas red, as I like to call it. So we will mount this on here. Going to mount this on here. For this card, a little bit different than the sample that I showed you, which maybe you can't see. I'm going to use the paper, another piece of paper from that designer paper, and I think it will turn out just as well. So I need to score my card base, and for my flag on the end of this, I wasn't sure. I don't know how she did it. I didn't find her blog or anything that that she described it on. It was just a picture, which I'm sure a lot of you do as well. So I decided that I would do it. Let's just lay it out and I'll show you what I was thinking. I'm going to put it on here. I wanted a little bit of space on either side, and I didn't want much of an indentation. So my paper is 3 by 4 3/4. So because it's 3, I measured, I think you can see that. I measured halfway, and then I just drew a line from either corner, and I'm going to just use my paper snips and make my flagged end on here, like that. And for me, I thought it turned out well. I did, see, that one would look, ooh, maybe that one would look better. Oh, I like that. What do you think? As I'm putting this together, I'm going to use liquid glue and mount this. Yeah, well, try not to dump it on the table. On here. And I see I've got some glue right there, which will not be good if I stick the wrong piece of paper in it. Yes, the one with all the trees. Thanks, Bonnie. If you guys were here for a class, I'd be asking you that anyway, but I think that side looks a little better. On the one that she did, I'll just explain it a little bit. Hers ended up with the tree being more visible, and then she added some of the rhinestones on the tree, and it looked very pretty. But again, because this is just a little bit different, I am going to do it with the full background on there. And yes, Catherine, the real red does really... One day I grabbed what I thought was real red and was working with it, and I thought, there's something not right with this. I had Poppy Parade in my hand, so there is a difference in them. Even if you don't have both of them there, you can usually pick it out. So this goes end to end on here, and just a bit of the real red on either side of it, like that. So that's going to go. So that's why I wasn't too worried about coloring the reflection part, because not a lot of it gets seen when you put it on. For the cork, I just put it flat, and then the only thing, I did put dimensionals on each of these when I went to put them on. So let me see if I can line that up fairly straight. Ooh, that's sticky. That should not be happening. So for tonight, I'm going to give you a challenge. Something a little bit different than I have before. So I'm going to throw it out there now, and I'll remind you again at the end. I would like you to, I'm sure you have, and if you don't, I really want to know about it too. Do you have a stamp set that you've never used that is going on the retired list? I would like you to use it and make a sample, whether you use a design similar to this or something different, but use that stamp set for making a card, and post it below this video on our page, my page, not our page, but my page. And I will share this video over to the VIP group so all of those people can watch it as well, and we'll see what kind of samples we can come up with, right? And I will have a prize, randomly drawn, of course, because I am not going to have that responsibility of picking and choosing amongst you guys. But okay, so dimensionals on the back of there show just a little bit of the cork at the top and my flagged end at the bottom, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on this and one in the center so it doesn't sag, you know, like a suspension bridge or whatever that kind of sags in the middle. Don't want that happening. And then I'm going to leave just a touch of white at the bottom so that you can see a little bit of the reflective red. Then to finish it off, I cut with the die from the cabin set. I cut a tree from the pearlized paper we have, because I thought that was just a little bit of shine, and I'm going to just put a few dots of glue on there to hold it, not going to use dimensionals, and tuck it just under the edge of there. And all we need now is our, whoa, sorry for the noise, our rhinestones. We always have to have some glimmer. Plus I put a little bit of Wink Costello on it. which, holy crow, you can't hardly see. I'm right here and I can't hardly see it, but just on the snow of the house. And my rhinestones, I used the red rhinestones again because of our real red, and just place them randomly. Like when I do this, I don't have a big patterned idea. It's just, okay, I like that there. And when I pick them up like this, I can take them around the card, and I don't think one in the, what about one on the tree? Maybe we'll put one on the tree. And there we go. Then if you do want to add Wink of Stella, you can add whatever, but I thought the Wink of Stella was perfect for giving the snow some shine. And I noticed when I did this that it does run. You can see it grabs the red ink and runs a little bit, but I wasn't too concerned, and you could certainly add more shine along here where the snow is. But just a real pretty card. And then of course an envelope to match would be a great addition. Cover up that post-it note that's covering up my glue. So there is the card. And like I say, your challenge is to please make something with the stamp set that you have that is retiring and you haven't used yet, or one that you've had for a long time and you haven't used yet. Just let me know if, oh, thanks, Doreen. If you have stamp sets like that, I'd like to know I'm not the only one that does that kind of thing, please. And now I'm glad that I've used this set, even though I'm going to have to put it on the retiring shelf. So I don't have a lot of cards to share with you tonight, because I'm starting to get Christmas cards and I want to keep them and show them closer to Christmas as a whole group of Stampin' Up! Christmas cards. So, but this one is a swap card that I received in our team swap, and I suspect came with the envelope like this, that it was probably a paper pumpkin set. Those of you who get paper pumpkin would be able to answer that for me. Please and thank you. And anything else? Thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie has one that she's using right now, she says. So, okay, so those are the cards. Hopefully that has given you some inspiration to use that set if you have it and haven't ventured to use it yet. And I do have some others. I'll probably be doing some cards and post them. Yes, it is a paper pumpkin card. Thank you. I knew one of you would know that. And it's always great to see others' ideas. So I'm looking forward to whatever you can come up with and share with me. These are what we made last week. I received lots of ideas for what to do with this one, as far as putting it baker's twine in it, hanging it on the tree, putting decorations in the center, using it for decorations on gifts that you wrap, which maybe comes into play with what I asked you tonight when you wrap your gifts. So those two are going to go to someone who commented last week. And as usual, if there's no other questions that I need to answer right away there, I'm going to go to my wheel of winning. Okay, we'll say it's got to be bigger than that. And let you see, when I touch that center, my fruit bouquet that we received this week, which was very tasty. And let's see who's going to be the winner. Linda! Congratulations, Linda. You're on. You're on here tonight, so you know that, so that's great. And Linda is one of my downline, so I definitely have her address and I can send that off to her. So thank you for taking part. So that's been great. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Please put in under the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you next week, barring anything unforeseen. Take care now.